Hello again my friends. Back in May, Xbox invited me to 343 Industries studio in Seattle for some hands-on time with Halo 5's campaign. I was lucky enough to be one of the first people in the world to take control of the Master Chief and his band of blue team Spartans and crush a few Covenant skulls, and what I saw blew me away. So then, let's talk about Halo 5 Guardians. Now, Halo 5 takes place 8 months after the events of Halo 4. Unsurprisingly, 343 is keeping a tight lid on the game's story. But we do know this: Master Chief and his blue team have gone AWOL and Agent Locke has been tasked with hunting him down. And all of this is set against an epic backdrop in which you'll visit planets in the galaxy never before seen in a Halo game. So then, let's get ourselves better acquainted with Master Chief's formidable blue team. Now, those of you who follow Halo's lore will recognise the Spartans who comprise Blue Team. These are the boys and girls who were abducted at the age of 6 and inducted into the Spartan program. Let's begin with Master Chief Petty Officer John 117. Now, the Chief really needs no introduction. The eyes behind that iconic gold visor have seen enough action to fill 1,000 war journals. But the time has come once again for the Chief to lock and load his assault rifle and set out on another galaxy-spanning adventure. And this time, he's bringing his pals. This is Petty Officer Kelly 087. Kelly is Blue Team's key reconnaissance expert, quick on her feet and adept at analysing combat situations. While all of the members of Blue Team are close, it's thought that Kelly might be one of the Chief's closest friends. In Halo's lore, Kelly has been clocked running at speeds of up to 38 miles per hour. This is Lieutenant Junior Grade Frederick 104. Now, Fred is an expert in strategy and battlefield command and is actually the highest ranking member of Blue Team and technically the leader. However, Fred often defers command to the Chief. And finally, we have Petty Officer Linda 058. Now, Linda is an absolute beast with a sniper rifle and has been known to take down Banshees by sniping the pilot through the tiny slit below the vehicle's canopy. If you play as Linda, you'll start out with a sniper rifle, so if you're the kind of player who likes to hang back and pick off targets while your team leads from the front, Linda's your girl. So then, the Chief, Kelly, Fred and Linda make up the Blue Team, a formidable Spartan force. Now, near the beginning of the game, something happens to the Chief that causes him and his Blue Team to go AWOL. 343 won't reveal details about this event, but we do know that the UNSC intervenes by forming a second team of Spartans to hunt down the Chief. And this is where Agent Locke and his OSIRIS fire team enter the fray. Let's have a look at them in more detail. So then, Agent Locke has been tasked with hunting down the Chief and his team of Spartan 2s, and as you can imagine, this is no mean feat, and so Locke has handpicked a team of specialists at the top of their field. FIRETEAM OSIRIS. If anyone stands a chance against Master Chief and his Blue Team, it's these guys. First up, we have Jameson Locke. Now, despite how Locke is portrayed in the recent trailers, 343 says that Locke doesn't hold any animosity towards the Chief, but he's been given a mission by the UNSC to bring him home. Now, it's important to note that Locke is a world-class manhunter, one of the best in the business, and when he's given a mission, he won't quit until it's done. Next up, we have the awesomely named Olympia Vale. Now, Vale is a fairly new character in the Halo universe, so not much is known about her at the moment. What we do know is that she can speak many of the Covenant's dialects, and at the end of the war with the Covenant, she helped bridge the gap between them and humanity. Next up, we have Holly Tanaka. Now, Tanaka was one of only 10 survivors after her homeworld of Minap was glassed during the Covenant War. She endured a 3-year nuclear winter on Minap's barren surface before being rescued and joining the UNSC army. Later, she volunteered for augmentation and training as a Spartan 4 soldier. And finally, we have fan favourite Buck, and yes, Nathan Fillion is back on voice duties for this former ODST. In Halo 5, Edward Buck is now a Spartan 4, but he still wears his ODST helmet. I guess old habits die hard, and here's what Buck looks like without his helmet. Now, 343 assured me that these are legit in-game models and will look as good as this when you're playing through the campaign. Now, 343 also gave me assets showing all the OSIRIS team without their helmets, and I'm sure you'll agree that the attention to detail is impressive. Remember, Halo 5 is the first Xbox One exclusive Halo title, and so 343 were keen to show how this additional power helped improve the in-game models. And if we zoom in further still, we can see freckles, blemishes and other subtle skin textures, and you can expect this kind of graphical polish throughout the entirety of the game. So then Locke, Vale, Tanaka and Buck make up Fireteam OSIRIS, and now that we have the introductions out the way, let's talk about my hands-on time with the campaign. So then I was allowed to play through the first 30 minutes of Halo 5's second mission called Blue Team. It opens with a stunning cutscene. We see Blue Team leaping from a dropship, jetpacking heroically past incoming debris before smashing through a window of an abandoned research facility and wiping out the Covenant forces within. It's one of the best Halo cutscenes I've seen, and this concept art showing Fireteam OSIRIS performing a similarly epic stunt will give you an idea of just how awesome it looked. Now the first thing you'll notice is that you now always have your own fireteam, 3 AI companions that at any time can be controlled by human players. Now this drop in and out gameplay is seamless and never interferes with the flow of the game, and for the first time ever, the Chief can now give orders to his AI controlled Blue Team buddies. Simply point your cursor at an enemy, a weapon or a turret and press up on the D-pad, and one of your fireteam will either engage the enemy, pick up the weapon or take control of the turret depending on what you've pointed at. And you can now also revive fallen teammates by pressing X, and in turn they can also revive you. Now all campaign missions have been designed with this new fireteam setup in mind, and yes, you can use all your Spartan abilities in the campaign. There's nothing more satisfying than leaping from a high vantage point and smashing into a group of grunts below with a devastating ground pound. You can even use your shoulder charge ability to destroy air vents and other such destructible scenery to open up alternative routes in the game. Now sadly I didn't get to play as Agent Locke, but 343 told me that Locke and his OSIRIS fireteam have an ability not available to the Blue Team, an Artemis tracking system, or ATS for short. I'm guessing that this is what Agent Locke will use to help track down the Master Chief. So then Halo 5 is shaping up to be the game Halo fans have been craving. Big, bold, beautiful and bursting with story. The cutscenes are some of the most epic I've seen in a Halo game. The graphics worthy of an Xbox One exclusive title, and the gameplay is that perfect blend of comforting familiarity and fresh new mechanics. And rather tellingly, I was left wanting more, desperate to see how this story would play out. Now guys, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't already done so, feel free to subscribe. I have more exclusive Halo 5 content coming your way soon. Thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw, and we'll speak again soon, my friends.